My brother suddenly texted, "Don't go home tonight." I was driving back from visiting my parents in Portland when the message came through. It was almost midnight and I had been on the road for 6 hours. My younger brother Tyler never texts me unless it is serious. I pulled over at a gas station and called him immediately. His voice was shaking. "Dude, do not go inside your house. Meet me at the diner on 5th Street right now." "What are you talking about? I am literally 10 minutes away from home. Just trust me, please. I will explain everything when you get here." The panic in his voice made my stomach drop. I changed directions and headed toward the diner. My mind was racing through every possible scenario. When I got there, Tyler was sitting in the back booth with his laptop open. He looked terrified. "Okay, so remember how you gave me your spare key last month to water your plants?" "Yeah, what does that have to do with anything?" "I stopped by your house this morning to drop off that drill I borrowed. I let myself in through the side door. Everything seemed normal at first. Then I heard someone upstairs. My blood went cold. Someone broke in." "No." Tyler turned his laptop around. "Not exactly. On the screen were photos he had taken. Some random guy asleep in my guest bedroom, his clothes hanging in my closet, his shoes by the door, food he bought in my fridge, a toothbrush in my bathroom." I felt like I could not breathe. "Who is this person?" "I have no idea. But look at this." Tyler swiped to another photo. "Mail on my kitchen counter addressed to a Marcus Chen at my address. This guy has been living in your house. He changed your garage code. I tried to use the one you gave me and it did not work. He even has his PlayStation hooked up to your TV. How long has this been going on?" Tyler showed me security footage. Days of it. The guy coming and going like he owned the place. Taking out trash. Getting deliveries, walking around in a bathrobe. The timestamps showed he had been there for almost 3 weeks. He would leave every morning around 8 when I left for work, come back around 6, but I had been staying late at the office, working 12-hour days, sometimes crashing at my girlfriend Emma's place. I never even knew. Tyler kept scrolling. This was 2 days ago. The footage showed the guy letting in friends, hanging out in my living room, eating my food. One of them was wearing my hoodie. "I am calling the cops." "Wait." Tyler grabbed my phone. "I already talked to a lawyer friend. This is worse than you think." "What do you mean worse?" "He has been there for weeks, has mail going there, changed the locks. If you just call the cops, he could claim squatters' rights. My buddy said it could take months to evict him legally. That is insane. It is my house. I know, but we need to be smart." We spent an hour making a plan. Tyler had compiled all the evidence. We called the police and explained everything. They said they would send officers, but we needed to prove ownership. At 2 in the morning, we met 3 cops at my house. Tyler and I waited in my driveway while they knocked. It took 5 minutes before the guy answered. I could hear him arguing, saying he had been living there, that he had rights, that his mail came there. One officer came back. "We need you to show proof this is your house." I pulled up my mortgage documents, my utility bills, photos of me living there. Tyler showed them the timeline. The officers went back inside. 20 minutes later, they walked the guy out in handcuffs. He was yelling about tenant rights, about suing. One officer pulled me aside. "This guy is a professional squatter. We have had reports about him in 3 other neighborhoods. He targets people who work long hours, picks locks, figures out schedules. You are lucky your brother caught this early. Another week, and this would have been a legal nightmare." I felt sick. A stranger had been sleeping in my house, using my stuff, living my life. Tyler and I spent the rest of the night going through everything. The guy had barely taken anything, but he had gone through my drawers, my files, my documents. In my office, I found a notebook where he had written down my schedule, what time I left for work, what time I came home, which days I stayed at Emma's. He had been studying me. If Tyler had not caught this, I would have been stuck in legal hell for months trying to get him out. We threw out everything the guy touched. New sheets, new towels, deep cleaned the whole place. It took weeks before I felt comfortable there again. I installed new cameras, changed my routine, varied my schedule, but the thing that stuck with me was how easily it happened. This guy just picked my house and moved in. If Tyler had not needed to return that drill, if he had not gone upstairs, if he had not trusted his gut, I never would have known until it was too late. Tyler saved me from a nightmare I did not even know existed.